Sports Snippets, Dennis Sullivan here. It is Saturday the 10th of April. How are you doing? I'm so happy to be here just to talk to you a little bit about the Miami Heat, what's going on. Want to get a little bit into their recent victory against the Los Angeles Lakers, discuss that as a big road trip is about to happen, a 4-game trip out west. We will discuss that a little bit as well. So, before I get started, before I go to the snippets board, if you do enjoy the content of this particular video, if I did bring some insight to you when you're watching this video, go ahead and just hit that thumbs up button. That would be awesome. It'd be great for the channel. I'd really appreciate that. Also, consider subscribing to my channel, Sports Snippets with Dennis Sullivan. I will be doing a follow-up video on Sunday as well regarding the Miami Heat and what I think should be happening moving forward, or what I would suggest, what I would like to see as a fan. So hit the notification bell, stay tuned for that one as well. But first, we need to cover the current topics at hand, guys. So let's get to it. Right now, on the snippets board, I start off with the letters VO. We all know what that means. We all know what that stands for. Victor Oladipo gets injured. This is an injury where we are going to find out a little more as time goes on. For those of you who did not witness the injury, it was on his way up on an actual dunk. It was basically a uncontested dunk. I mean, there was no one near him, but he did injure his right knee. He will not be traveling with the Miami Heat for this 4-game road trip. So we know he's out at least 4 games. More to come. We'll see how much above and beyond those 4 games he will be missing. Obviously, as Heat fans, we hope it's not that much, guys, because I know we were all looking forward to Victor Oladipo being part of the team, and he's going to be a big part of this team. He's a good scorer. He's a good player. He's a good slasher. I know Pat Riley's a big fan of his. We need Victor Oladipo in this lineup. Makes us a better team, so stay tuned on that one. We just all got to just hope for the best here moving forward. Next up, let's go over the game against the Lakers. Now let's get to some good news. All right, so we started off with a little bit of news that wasn't good, right? So let's get to some, let's kind of loosen up a little bit here. Take a deep breath. And now we're going to talk about something a little more positive, right? Let's go in that direction now. The game against the Los Angeles Lakers, which was a 110-104 victory for the Miami Heat. Let's get into that one, guys. Here we go. So for the Heat, they were led once again by Jimmy Butler. Who else? 28 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and count them, 3 steals. Jimmy Butler. If you notice in that steal block department, Jimmy Butler comes through. If he's not getting a couple of steals, he's getting a couple of blocks. I mean, he'll help you both, not just offensively, but on the defensive end as well. Victor Oladipo, sadly, in a way, I mean, I guess it depends what angle you want to take. This was his most productive game thus far as a Miami Heat player. He had 18 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals and a block. And filling up that box score was Victor Oladipo. Nice job there. Bam Adebayo, 13 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 blocks. Duncan Robinson, 11 points, 3 assists, and a steal. Trevor Ariza added 8 points and 2 rebounds. The bench played pretty well. Tyler Herro continues his consistent play off the bench since the injury and coming back from the injury. Tyler Herro, once again, very effective off the bench, 15 points. He would have 2 steals in this one. Most importantly, perhaps, Tyler Herro will go 4 out of 5 from three-point land. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. Goran Dragic, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. Iguodala didn't score, but as always, he comes through in other ways. A complete player he is. Iguodala always tough on the defensive end. Heat obviously need that. He would add 3 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block for Iguodala. Bielitsa. I'm learning here, guys. No points. He didn't score. So he did not score, Bielitsa. He would add 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 blocks. Going to get into him a little bit more as I Actually, I want to discuss him a little more in future videos. Let's leave it at that. I like his game. I like Bielitz's game. I like what I see out there. I think at this very moment, though, as a Heat fan, guys, we just got to look at it like this. The Heat are finding ways to work him into the rotation. That process is obviously not complete yet. So his skill level, what he brings to the Heat is slowly but surely working its way in. We saw him produce nice for a few games when he first arrived on the team, but I think we're going to look at, and we're going to run into a few games like this along the way where he just doesn't quite get the time, and there you go, or he doesn't, for whatever reason, work into the game plan as much, perhaps, depending on the whole situation. Last but not least, Precious Achiuwa, 7 points, 5 rebounds, a steal and a block in only 9 minutes. That's pretty good productivity, guys. 7 points, 5 rebounds, a steal and a block in only 9 minutes. You tell me. Comment below. Do you like to see that? What's up with that? Precious Achiuwa, great job. The Lakers were without Anthony Davis, obviously. LeBron was out with the high ankle sprain. He had the right high ankle sprain, did LeBron. So their two best players were not playing. Perfect time for the Heat as we're trying to reshuffle, reorchestrate the lineup. Perfect time to play the Lakers, if you ask me. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope led the way, 28 points, 4 rebounds, and a block. Andre Drummond had a double-double, nice game, 15 points, 12 rebounds, 2 steals. Wesley Matthews added 14 points, 2 steals, and a block. Markieff Morris, 12 points, 3 rebounds, a steal, and a block. Dennis Schroeder played very well at guard for the Lakers, 10 points, 6 rebounds, and 14 assists for Dennis Schroeder and a steal. Montrezl Harrell had 10 points, 9 rebounds, almost a double-double for him, 2 steals. Ben McLemore added 6 points and 2 rebounds. Alex Caruso, 5 points, 2 rebounds. He had 6 assists off the bench and a steal. And Alfonso McKinney added 4 points, guys, and a rebound for the Los Angeles Lakers. So, KN, going back to the snippets board, what does this mean for a guy like Kendrick Nunn moving forward? You can make the case that Kendrick Nunn should be playing more anyway. We need to see him get back into the swing of things. I'm not sure what is the issue here. Every time I watch Kendrick Nunn, he seems to be playing just fine to me. Unless there's got to be something, guys, that, you know, unless you're at practice or in the locker room itself or in team meetings, what the heck is going on here? Why is Kendrick Nunn not playing in some of these games? Obviously, the Heat are a very deep team. There's only so many minutes to go around, but this should hopefully reopen a window of opportunity for Kendrick Nunn, because I really like him as well as a player. So let's see how that goes. I wrote Precious down because, guys, you know, I think what happens a lot of the time, and let's hope that also Bielitsa's productivity and playing time doesn't suffer either. What happens, I think, a lot of the time, besides the fact that Precious, obviously he's a project, he's a young player, he's coming along, Heat are bringing him along slowly. But if you notice, the Heat like to go small for extended periods, and their bigger guys tend to suffer the consequences of that when it comes to playing time and getting in the mix and getting in the rotation of what's going on. Andre Iguodala, though, he could play either big or small. See, he's a very versatile player. Precious Achiuwa is also, but I think part of the problem here is that he's falling victim to the Heat. And I'm not saying the Heat shouldn't go small so much, although we may need to take a closer look at that. But I think that is part of the problem here. Why he's just not getting the playing time. He only played 9 minutes against the Lakers, but we've seen this movie before, where he's not getting playing time. He gets playing time, just not a lot. but produces in that limited time. That I want to kind of leave you on that note, guys. Think about that. Please think about that. Leave me a comment below also. I would be interested to find out your thoughts on that. So, as I close out, and Gabe Vincent may wind up in the mix as well now with the Oladipo injury, which I'm cool with. That's fine. Whatever direction we want to take, but we got to see Kendrick Nunn more. Come on, guys. All right, so I'm going to leave you on this note. Next up, it's the 4-game rough road trip at Portland on Sunday, followed by Tuesday the 13th at Phoenix, who has the second best record in the West. Excuse me, at Denver on the 14th. Those are 3 rough road games coming up. Sunday at Portland, that's the 11th. Tuesday the 13th at Phoenix. Wednesday the 14th at Denver, who's like, they're like 16 or so games over 500. Denver's having a fantastic season. And then the Heat will close out the road trip Friday night in Minnesota to take on the rebuilding Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm going to take a split. Let's just split and get out of there. Let's figure out a way to win 2 of those 4 games. Get out of that road trip. Hopefully Oladipo will be coming back soon. We've got to stay tuned on that. So for now, guys, this is Dennis Sullivan saying I will see you, yes you, very soon. Leave me a comment. I'm going to talk Heat Sunday as well. Bye for now.